Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a journey through time, treasure, and the power of a single penny. Today, we're uncovering the astonishing story of one of the most talked about and sought-after coins in American numismatic history, the 1960 Lincoln 1-cent coin without a mint mark. This is not just any ordinary penny. This is a piece of American heritage, an object of mystery, and a potential gateway to unexpected wealth. The 1960 Lincoln penny, struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, has become the crown jewel for collectors who understand its true worth. On the surface, it looks like any other copper penny you might find in your change jar. But beneath that plain copper surface lies a coin with incredible value, unmatched rarity, and a story that begins at a turning point in the United States mint's history. Let's go back to the year 1960. The U.S. Mint was under immense pressure to meet the ever-increasing demand for coinage due to population growth and a booming post-war economy. But during this process, something extraordinary happened. Two distinct versions of the 1960 Lincoln penny were produced, the small date and the large date varieties. And when these coins were minted in Philadelphia, they bore no mint mark, just as tradition had always held for coins made at this historic mint. But what makes the no mint mark small date version of the 1960 penny so valuable is not just its variation, it's the incredible rarity of high-grade examples in uncirculated or proof-like condition. Over the years, collectors began to notice subtle design differences that made this coin a challenge to identify. Only the trained eye could spot the small date variety, which made it elusive and incredibly desirable. The fascination grew stronger with time. Numismatists, investors, and history lovers alike began to hunt through bags of pennies, searching for that rare 1960 no mint mark small date cent. Some would spend hours, even days, just examining pennies under magnifying glasses. And when word spread that these coins in pristine condition were fetching huge sums, the world took notice. One verified sale of a 1960 no mint mark Lincoln penny in MS67 plus red condition shocked the coin world when it sold for a stunning $5,720 at auction. That's right, over $5,000 for a single 1-cent coin. And that's not even the ceiling. Experts believe that if a perfect MS68 or higher example ever hits the market, we could see values soar well above $10,000 depending on the market conditions and buyer demand. So, why is it really that valuable? It's the perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. The 1960 penny stands at the crossroads of mid-century design and the evolution of coinage in America. It also reflects the precision required to identify valuable variations and the thrill of finding gold where most people see copper. This penny is not just a coin. It's a hidden treasure, hiding in plain sight in drawers, old jars, and forgotten collections across the country. It is one of the rare instances where a humble cent becomes a symbol of unexpected fortune and historical reverence. Now imagine this. You're sorting through your grandfather's old coin collection, or maybe you're simply checking your loose change after a grocery trip, and there it is. That 1960 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, small date, gleaming under the light. You hold in your hand a potential $5,000 to $10,000 payday. That moment is not fantasy, it is a real possibility. That's why you should never overlook the coins you carry every day. They could be more than pocket change. They could be your ticket to a windfall. The 1960 Lincoln no mint mark penny teaches us that history lives in the smallest things, and sometimes, those things are worth the most. Collectors today continue to pay premium prices for certified high-grade examples of this coin. And the demand is only increasing. With every passing year, as fewer pristine examples remain in circulation, the value continues to climb. So if you have one, or think you might, protect it, grade it, and treasure it. In the coin collecting world, timing and knowledge are everything. You now know the story. You now know the signs. And you now know the maximum value can reach well over $10,000 depending on its condition. So don't wait for someone else to strike gold. Start searching. Your fortune could be hiding in your wallet right now. Next up, the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark. What makes this coin so fascinating? Why are collectors increasingly turning their attention to it? And just how high can its value go in the coming years? Stay tuned, because this coin could be your hidden gold mine. At first glance, the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny looks just like any ordinary copper cent. It's easy to dismiss it as spare change. But buried within its simple design is a rich history and growing collector interest that's turning heads in the numismatic world. This isn't just any old penny. It's a symbol of an era, a potential investment, and in certain conditions, a coin that could be worth thousands. The 1973 penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it bears no mint mark. At the time, the United States Mint was preparing for major changes in coin composition. Copper prices were rising sharply, and the government was considering alternatives. Just 5 years later, in 1982, pennies would shift from nearly pure copper to a zinc core. That means the 1973 Lincoln penny is among the last of the true copper-era cents, making it historically significant. Composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, this coin carries more than just face value. It carries metal value, heritage, and scarcity in top-grade conditions. Most 1973 pennies were used, circulated, worn down, and lost to time. But those rare examples that remain in pristine, uncirculated condition have become incredibly valuable to collectors. Currently, the average 1973 penny found in circulation won't fetch much, but when we talk about high-grade versions, the story changes entirely. A Philadelphia-struck 1973 Lincoln penny graded MS-67 red by PCGS sold for a remarkable $3,850 at auction. That's right, a 1-cent coin turned into almost $4,000 simply due to its condition, rarity, and historical significance. And that's not the ceiling. Experts believe that as fewer mint-state examples remain, the price will rise further. If a specimen ever surfaces graded at MS-68 red or higher, it could fetch over $7,000, perhaps even higher depending on market trends and collector demand. The value of this coin, like all rare artifacts, depends on its condition, certification, and timing. And with growing global interest in rare U.S. coins, demand is expected to increase dramatically. So can the 1973 Lincoln penny be valuable in the future? Absolutely. As more collectors look for copper-era cents in high condition, coins like this become scarcer and more valuable. This is not just a momentary trend, it's a long-term collector shift. Every year, coins are lost, damaged, or degraded. That makes the ones that survive in perfect condition increasingly rare, and therefore, increasingly valuable. It's also important to understand that the 1973 penny marks the end of an iconic design era. With Lincoln's image on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, it encapsulates American pride and design elegance. Collectors often seek complete year sets or condition sets, and the 1973 penny without a mint mark is an essential piece of that puzzle. Its value is built not just on its condition, but its role in completing collections. Imagine this. You're sorting through an old drawer, maybe your father's coin jar or your own forgotten stash, and you come across a 1973 penny in brilliant red uncirculated condition. It glows under the light, untouched by time. You send it in for grading, and it comes back MS-67 or MS-68. Suddenly, you're holding a coin worth $4,000, maybe $7,000, maybe more. That's not fantasy. That's reality, for those who look closely. Right now, collectors are paying hundreds and even thousands of dollars for these coins when graded by top services like PCGS or NGC. The reason? Rarity in high grade. There may be billions of pennies in circulation, but only a few 1973 no mint mark cents remain in near-perfect condition. This extreme rarity, coupled with increasing demand, is what pushes the value ever higher. Some experts even speculate that in the next decade, as the coin market continues to globalize, the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny could see prices surge beyond $10,000 for pristine examples. That's the power of timing, rarity, and the collector's eye. Coins are not just metal, they're history, and history has value. If you have one of these coins in your possession, don't take it lightly. Preserve it, protect it, and consider professional grading. You might be sitting on a fortune and not even realize it. The future value of this penny is not just a dream, It's a strong possibility backed by market trends and historical data. Next up, the 1977 D. Lincoln cent. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary coin, the kind you've seen 1,000 times before. But the truth is far more exciting. This coin carries a hidden potential, a historical legacy, and a value that continues to grow with time. This is not just a piece of copper, it's a door to a possible fortune. Minted in the bustling Denver Mint, the 1977 D penny features the legendary profile of President Abraham Lincoln on its obverse, a design that has endured for over a century. The reverse still carries the Lincoln Memorial, framed with precision and elegance. But what truly sets this coin apart isn't just its design, it's the story behind it and what it represents in today's collector market. The 1970s were a pivotal time for American currency. Economic pressures, rising metal costs, and shifting government policies meant that the value of coinage materials often outweighed the coin's face value. The 1977 D penny was struck using 95% copper and 5% zinc, materials that, even by today's standards, hold value. As copper prices continue to rise globally, these older cents, including the 1977 D, become increasingly valuable not only for collectors but also for their metal content. But make no mistake, this coin's real value lies in its condition, its mint mark, and its scarcity in high grades. The Denver Mint produced over 4.2 billion of these pennies, which might make it sound common. But what's rare, what's truly rare, are those coins that have survived in flawless, uncirculated condition. These high-grade examples, free from wear, scratches, or blemishes, are the true prizes. And when one shows up in a pristine grade like MS67 Red, collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars to secure it. In fact, a verified sale of a 1977 D Lincoln penny in superb condition at a professional auction fetched an astonishing $7,050. Yes, over $7,000 for a single 1-cent coin. Because collectors know just how difficult it is to find one of these coins in mint state perfection. With billions struck and most thrown into circulation, only a handful remain in such extraordinary condition today. The appeal of the 1977 D penny isn't just about money, it's about history. This coin was struck during a time of political transition, just after the Vietnam War era and in the middle of economic upheaval in the United States. It represents a chapter of American resilience and change. Every detail on this coin, from Lincoln's solemn gaze to the columns of the memorial, tells a story of a country in motion, building forward while holding on to its values. Collectors around the world are actively searching for this coin. Online forums, auctions, and coin shows reveal increasing demand for the 1977 D in premium grades. Dealers consistently report that buyers are specifically asking for red, uncirculated examples with the D mint mark. The market is hungry, and supply is shrinking. This imbalance is what fuels the rising prices. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1977 D Lincoln penny in near-perfect condition, do not take it lightly. Consider having it graded by a professional certification service like PCGS or NGC. A coin sitting unnoticed in your drawer could turn out to be worth several $1,000s. It's not fantasy, it's fact, backed by real sales and market data. Even coins in lower mint state grades can fetch impressive returns. A 1977 D graded MS65 Red, for instance, can sell for $50 to $150, while MS66 examples often cross the $300 threshold. And those rare MS67 Red coins? They remain the golden ticket, drawing intense competition at auctions and commanding prices as high as $7,000 and beyond. What's even more exciting is that these values are not fixed, they're climbing. With every passing year, as more coins wear out or get lost, the few surviving top-grade examples grow rarer and more valuable. This means that the 1977 D Lincoln penny is not only a current treasure, it's a future investment. Holding on to a top-grade specimen today could mean a significantly larger return tomorrow. This coin is a reminder that fortune can lie hidden in plain sight. A single moment of curiosity, a quick glance through your change jar, a dusty old coin collection from your grandparents, Any of these could lead to the discovery of a 1977 penny worth thousands. That's the beauty of numismatics. The extraordinary is hidden within the ordinary. For collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, this coin is a must-have. It bridges time, value, and craftsmanship. The more you learn about coins like this, the more you realize that every cent has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. The 1977 penny is a shining example of that truth. And to answer the burning question, how many people want to buy it? Thousands of collectors across the United States and beyond are constantly watching the market for this coin. Demand is high, competition is fierce, and every new discovery shakes the community. People are lining up, wallets open, waiting for the next gem to surface. So don't overlook the coins in your wallet. Don't underestimate that copper glimmer. The 1977 penny, with its rich history, high copper value, collector demand, and proven auction performance, stands as one of the most promising Lincoln cents of its generation. Its maximum potential value? Right now, it's over $7,000. But in the years to come, who knows how high it could go? Next up, the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark. This unassuming penny could be the ticket to a small fortune, and you're about to discover exactly why. The 1978 no mint mark penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally didn't use a mint mark at that time. While billions of these coins were produced, very few of them were preserved in the high-grade condition that serious collectors are after. This is where rarity comes into play, not in the quantity minted, but in the quality that remains today. A coin like this, in pristine, untouched condition, can transform from 1 cent into thousands of dollars. Let's step back in time. The year was 1978. The United States was navigating through the final years of a turbulent decade. Economic shifts, political changes, and technological advancements defined the era. During this time, coin collecting was quietly becoming a national hobby. But very few people knew to look closely at their loose change. That's why so many valuable coins like the 1978 Lincoln penny slipped through unnoticed and were lost to everyday use. But now, decades later, the story is changing. This coin is gaining the attention it always deserved. The design features Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse, a symbol of leadership and resilience. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands tall, representing unity and strength. It's more than a coin, it's a legacy carved into copper. So where can you find one of these valuable 1978 no mint mark Lincoln pennies? They could be hiding anywhere. In your piggy bank, in old boxes of pocket change, in antique stores, or in inherited coin collections. If you want to buy one, the best places to look are reputable coin dealers, certified online marketplaces, and major auction houses. Look for listings on trusted platforms like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, and PCGS certified sellers on eBay. When it comes to selling, condition is everything. A circulated penny may sell for a modest price, but a certified high-grade uncirculated example, especially those graded MS67 red or higher, can fetch astonishing amounts. In fact, a top-condition 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny has already sold for over $3,500 at a major auction. That's right, 1 penny, 1 cent, sold for more than $3,500. And experts believe we haven't seen the top yet. If you have one of these coins, don't rush to spend it or toss it aside. Keep it. In fact, protect it. Place it in a safe coin flip or airtight holder. Better yet, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to have it authenticated and graded. This simple step can turn an ordinary-looking penny into a certified treasure that collectors will compete to buy. The market for coins like this is strong, and it's growing. As copper continues to gain value and collector interest surges globally, coins from the pre-1982 era, when cents were still made of 95% copper, are becoming highly sought after. Your 1978 penny without a mint mark falls into this premium category and deserves a place of honor in your collection or investment portfolio. Now you may be asking, should I keep this coin or sell it? The answer depends on its condition and your goals. If it's already graded in a high state, you could list it for thousands on a trusted auction site. If not yet graded, hold on to it, get it certified, and watch its value rise. Many collectors are holding these coins now with the intention of selling them for even higher returns in the future. And remember, the best value is always unlocked when the coin is sealed and preserved professionally. It's important to know that people all over the world are searching for this coin. Coin shows, forums, and collector groups are constantly buzzing about Lincoln pennies in high grades. This particular year, 1978, is catching more and more attention because it represents one of the last years before the significant transition to zinc-based coins in 1982. That makes every high-quality copper penny from the late 70s not just collectible, but historically significant. The beauty of the 1978 penny lies in its contradiction. It's one of the most common coins ever minted, yet also one of the rarest in top condition. It's the classic story of hidden value, overlooked by many, treasured by few. And it gives everyone an opportunity to turn ordinary into extraordinary just by paying attention. Many collectors began with a simple discovery like this, an old penny tucked in a drawer, mistaken for nothing. But today, those same coins are changing lives. This is your chance to become part of that legacy. Keep your eyes open. You could be holding a small fortune, disguised as pocket change. Imagine the thrill of showing your friends that you sold a 1978 penny for $3,500. Or better yet, imagine watching its value increase over time, knowing you held onto something everyone else overlooked. This is not fiction. It's already happening and you can be next. Next up, we're talking about the 1982 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin. Yes, that single penny with the Denver mint mark could be your doorway to thousands of dollars, if you know exactly what to look for. To understand why this particular penny is so valuable, we must begin with the year 1982. It was a monumental year in the history of U.S. coinage. For decades, Lincoln cents had been made primarily from copper. But by the early 1980s, rising copper prices forced the U.S. Mint to take action. Producing pennies from solid copper was becoming too expensive, so in 1982, the government made a dramatic shift in the composition of the penny. That year, the United States Mint transitioned from using 95% copper to a new, cost-effective composition, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. However, this switch wasn't instant. It was gradual. So in 1982, both copper and zinc pennies were produced. And to make things even more complex, the year saw both small date and large date varieties, combined with different compositions and mint marks. That makes 1982 one of the most complex and fascinating years in all of Lincoln penny history. Now let's focus on the 1982 D penny, struck at the Denver Mint. What makes this coin incredibly valuable is a mysterious anomaly, the 1982 D small date copper penny. For a long time, it was believed that Denver only struck small date pennies using the new zinc composition. But in 2016, a shocking discovery was made, a 1982 D penny with a small date design struck on a copper planchet. This was previously thought to be impossible. The coin community was stunned. Suddenly, the ordinary 1982 D penny became a legend. A coin that had been dismissed for decades was now being examined under microscopes, weighed with precision, and hunted by collectors all over the country. The weight is the key. A copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs just 2.5 grams. So finding a small date 1982 D penny weighing 3.11 grams became the gold standard, and the door to a massive payday. How massive? One authenticated 1982 D small date copper penny sold at auction for an incredible $18,800. That's right, over $18,000 for a coin that once passed through hands for just 1 cent. And who knows how many are still out there, hiding in drawers, jars, or old inherited collections, waiting to be discovered. Collectors and treasure hunters are now laser-focused on this coin. It's a rare combination of transitional error and limited strike that makes it irresistible to those who understand numismatic value. Because of its controversial and unexpected existence, the 1982 D small date copper penny is now among the most hunted coins in the Lincoln cent series. If you think you might have one, don't hesitate. Start by weighing your 1982 D pennies. A scale accurate to 2 decimal places will reveal the truth. If it weighs 3.11 grams and has the small date variety, it could be one of the few known examples. Get it certified by PCGS or NGC, and you could be holding a coin worth more than a brand new car. But even beyond the rare small date copper variety, the 1982 D penny has become valuable in high-grade condition. Collectors are actively buying up examples graded MS67 and above. A beautiful, red, uncirculated 1982 D large date zinc penny in top condition has sold for over $1,500 at auction. So don't overlook your coin just because it doesn't weigh exactly 3.11 grams. Condition and grade still command serious value. This coin's value is rising not just because of rarity but because of what it represents. It marks a turning point in American coinage. The 1982 D penny is a symbol of adaptation, of economic awareness, and of how small changes can have massive impacts on collecting and investing. It's a reminder that every penny has potential, even in the millions of hands it has passed through. For those wondering whether this coin should be kept or sold, the answer is simple. If you have it in high-grade condition or suspect it could be the rare copper small date variety, you should absolutely preserve it. Use an airtight capsule or coin flip and consider getting it graded. Selling it raw without authentication could mean losing out on thousands of dollars. Where can you sell it? Your best bet is to go through certified coin dealers, numismatic auctions like Heritage or Stax Bowers, or platforms like Great Collections. If graded, these coins often sell fast, and bidding wars are common. For buying, look to reputable coin shows or certified dealers with PCGS or NGC graded inventory to ensure authenticity. Thousands of collectors are actively looking for this coin. The buzz around the 1982 D Lincoln penny continues to grow each year. As new collectors enter the hobby and more people learn about this hidden gem, demand increases, and so does the potential market value. This is a coin that not only has a remarkable story but also promises to be a wise long-term investment. So the next time you see a 1982 D penny, take a closer look. Check the date style. Weigh the coin. Examine its color, luster, and condition. Because hidden in your pocket change could be a coin worth $1, $500, or even $18,000. And the person who finds the next one might just be you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today in uncovering one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatic history. The 1982 D Lincoln penny proves that even the smallest piece of metal can hold a story worth thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this story and want more rare coin discoveries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You never know which coin will make you rich next.